Well, guys, it's time for an urgent real-time Bitcoin forecast, and it looks like we're going to make a lot of money by going short. I'm going to give you a free urgent real-time Bitcoin signal from our VIP room from bitcoin-signals.org because it's likely going to be a big move. Man, every time there's a big move and not tiny little scalps where you have to use high leverage to make a profit, I try and tell you on YouTube. So follow and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you'll at least catch all the big massive moves, and you'll be able to do some big shorts and make money even on the downtrend. So let me show you what the charts say. Ugh, it looks bad. Okay, so here we are. This is total market cap. I'm going to show you using total market cap because that's what most of the whales use. You see this little point here? Let me zoom out for you so you can see the bigger picture here. Okay. Now, you see this one point here. The price is right at this point, which would be support, which would normally be support because it's like a leg. It's like one of the table legs. Whenever you hit the end of this, it's like hitting the floor. Since it's a little tiny 1 pixel underneath that point, you can consider it a wobbly table. But let's zoom out and take a look at what's happening. On the far side, there's really nothing there. Most of the support was up here, and now we're already underneath that. So there's nothing on the really far side, which would be January 2021, so about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, there was nothing. All we have right now is this to concern ourselves with. But look, we hit the $763 billion market cap once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. This is their 6th time. It doesn't look like we're going to make it. It doesn't look like we're going to have any meaningful bounce at all. It's very likely to just drop right from here and make the end of the year really look bad. Why? Well, let's start counting then. Let's start counting. Okay, so I enlarged it for you guys. What we're trying to do is see how often this point survived a test. First, we were rejected. We went underneath that point and we went up. Then we hit that point perfectly, and then we bounced. These bounces are really devastating. These bounces are bad because it's like the Cybertruck's glass. You hit this exact price and then bounce too many times, and it really just weakens that security glass. So if you boink, 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 then the glass breaks. Same thing here. You see how we had this boink, boink, but it only happened twice, and it didn't happen again, so we just kept going up. Isn't that cool? But look at this. We hit boink right here, 1, 2, 3 times, and by the 4th time we hit, we're like, okay, we've hit this area once, twice, 3 times, 4 times a lady, and now we're gonna pump. This only hit this zone twice, so it's not gonna dump. But here, man, we got rejected underneath. We hit it perfectly. We went underneath even more, and then we got a slow rejection underneath. Then we hit this zone again slightly. We got a little bit front run. We didn't quite hit that price, but it's close enough to where it made a dent in support. And so basically, there's just not enough people that are going to keep buying at this level. And now we're actually, this price right now is under this last price. So we're already underneath. We're already breaking under, and we perfectly hit this zone. So this would be an ideal place to bounce, but what we want to see is a fast bounce. We want to see a bunch of whales competing to buy at this price. But since we're kind of just meandering here, hoody ho, hoody hum, that means there's no whales competing against each other to buy at this price. So that would be here in terms of crypto cap. I guess I'll show you on Bitcoin now. On this chart here, let's see. This chart shows you what's happening in the bigger picture. Actually, this is still crypto market cap, but that's fine. We had this rate of decrease at this slope, and then we had a deeper rate of decrease at the slope. At this point, at this rate, we might even get a parabolic downward dump. If parabolas tend to have five of these segments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. They just tend to have a lot more segments that just look ugly. Now the trouble with this is that normally a bullish stock market or a bullish potential for stocks would fix this. There might be some front running on crypto on the weekends, but this is stocks. This is the S&P 500. And while, yeah, we do have a downward channel, but there's nothing bullish about this downward channel right now. I'll show you. All right, so this is the S&P 500 futures. What you want to see is, okay, so we have 3 enclosed spaces here. We have one shoulder, we have kind of a head, and then we have the same size head. These things have no power. They just have no power because it's just, you want to see faster action on the shoulders. Bigger head, smaller shoulders is what you want. But here you've got this huge big head, or this big shoulder, saying, I'm not going to be bullish yet. And then the tiny little head here, which means what you want to see is a bigger head. That way you want to see a lot of people get flushed out of the markets, but this just wasn't enough flushing. And then this shoulder, it's like, holy shit, we didn't do enough flushing out of the market, so let's just go try failing again. And so we've got this, we perfectly hit this channel resistance line 1, 2, 3 times symmetrically, but we just keep dumping. And there's nothing in here that's harmonically strong. So looking at stocks, and we're just underneath the neckline. This is the big neckline that I keep showing you on my stocks channel. Yeah. If you go to my Medium, you'll find all my other channels if you don't know where my stocks channel is, but this is bad. When the S&P 500 is underneath this big ascending broadening wedge, you see this funnel, ascending broadening wedge thing, and we're already down here, and we're not making a bullish channel, this thing's just going to keep dumping. Beef. It's just going to sag. You notice how on bear markets, every bullish structure gets broken down? Well, that's kind of where we're at right now. So, let's, for confirmation, I guess we can just look at Bitcoin here. See if we look at Bitcoin here. This is what Bitcoin looks like. It's failing. This is Bitcoin. It's failing to make any channels at all. Here, let me zoom in and show you. If you look here, so we're trying to create a channel here. It kind of, to the lazy eye, it looks like a channel, but it's not, because what we've got is we've got a point there, we've got a point there on this line, and we're just not touching this top red line again. So we don't have a channel. If anything, we have a downward slope. If you connect all the most outward lines, I guess I'll do it for you. What you have is, you have accelerating downward action here too. This was nice and planar, and then it suddenly went eek. So you notice how the tops are going eek, and then the bottoms are also going eek. It's kind of like this banana that's getting bent at the bottom, and then if you're driving, if you're a car here, it's like driving like this, and it's doing a really, really poor right turn, eek, and then going down, eek. Man. So hopefully this isn't a roundabout, but it could be a roundabout, which means it's just going to go like this and just turn into a parabolic downwards cycle of death. So how do you play this? It would be smart to put all your money into a 5x short with just some small orders, maybe even 7x short with some small orders, 3, 5, and 7% higher that just aren't going to get executed because we might just dump directly. At the end of the year too, most fund managers, most bankers, they just give up. They just close their books. They sell everything and just close their books for the end of the year. On the other side, we do have news that the central bankers have now finally been approved to hold 2% of their reserves in Bitcoin. But I mean, those things are always sell the news kind of things. When they get approved, these guys are so shrewd And miserly, they won't. Hey, we're approved. Let's go buy right now. They won't do that. Hey, we're approved. Let's go wait right now until everybody forgets that we got approved, is when they're going to start buying. So it's a sell the news kind of event. So let's get rich by shorting. For exact scalps and higher leverage and when to close and where to set your orders, join bitcoin-signals.org.